Matchup for you here between the Portland Snowhawks and the Cleveland Browns. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The first carry now. This is Hill. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They stick on the ground on first down with Hill. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Slot man moves right. Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And he's brought down. Coach hinted to us that we may see some old power football here in this game. We got a taste of it on that first down run.
I love how he hinted it to us. And then when we were watching practice, we were watching what they call inside drill with the offensive and defensive line. And they kept putting more defenders on the other side and saying, block that. I don't care how many guys are in there. I want to run the football this week. And, boy, it has paid off for them in this game.
5 yards on the catch there brings up 2nd down. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back. That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time. On 2nd down, Hill. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. And now the starting defense for the Browns.
Xavier Rhodes is a cornerback who does not mind being physical. Whether he's covering passes or coming up in the run game, he's going to be there to make an impact.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Winston now to throw on first down. Screen play, McKinnon. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
Yeah, on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
The slot man in motion right. They try the left side with Hill. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Again, it's Hill. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Hunter Henry, his third touchdown now on the year. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. A post to the tight end for 6. Gosh, those guys are so tough to cover, aren't they? Just in general, tight ends running those patterns near the goal line.
Because you have to decide how you want to treat them. Are they a wide receiver? Are they a big extra blocker on the field? Or are they a hybrid and caught in between? So are you going to use a linebacker? Are you going to use a safety? Are you going to even move a corner in if you're going to play nickel or dime defense? They usually win those matchups because they have an answer for all 3 of those positions.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. 19 yards that time for number 19. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
Here we go now.
Back to throw now on first down. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. They'll get 17 yards there. And it's good enough for a Cleveland first down.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
A good pick up there of 20 yards. And now a first down following that long gain.
No. Check, Patriot. Here we go now. Green, 39. No. Check, Patriot. Set.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Surveying the field. And an alley to run. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Joey Bosa in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And they'll be in search of 11 yards here on third down. They're going to look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. Now Ryan Suckup will come on and try the field goal. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And Suckup will put this one right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team could have any more confidence in handing him the football.
They run it again with Hill, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They go play action here on first down. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Portland in control of the football here to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. On 3rd down, here's Hill. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. And he fields it cleanly. Oh, the spin. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll come out in the pistol.
No, Jack, Patriot!
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll drop to throw, and this one's incomplete. 2nd down now after the incompletion. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And some space here. It's going the other way. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
That's fielded in the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. That got the lead last time, had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Jameis on second down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Brandon Graham in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on third down after that sack. One receiver left, that's Allen. They just do get the play off. Now Winston. And it's caught. Touchdown. Keenan Allen, his second touchdown on the season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And, man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And the Browns getting set to go. Come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
He'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Will tie the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he rifles one incomplete. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. More from Cleveland after this. So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on third down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it second down. Quick pass play there on the slant, Charles. Works out well for the offense.
The offense loves it. The defender hates it. Hard to get through the body of the receiver to get to the football trying to cover a slant.
On second down, Johnson. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass block.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. The offense behind the chains after the infraction. It's now third down and 14. They'll set up to throw. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. A 33-yarder from the left hash.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there have to change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. And quickly, they get to the line.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set, and that 3-4... you got to have...
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's third down. Winston now. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. This is taken at the 15. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And his throw is incomplete. So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him through the flag. a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. The intended target was Corey Coleman. And that'll make it third down.
It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football. But today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
Out of the gun now on third down. He's going to let this one go deep. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. And here now the offense heading back out there. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Throwing, Winston. Looking deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, so both teams have their marching orders and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Fresh set of downs here.
Watch right, watch right, watch right. All right, here we go. Detroit!
Again, he'll drop to throw. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. A look at the offense now here coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They'll come out in the pistol. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And some room to roam now. Touchdown! Jeremy Hill, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. He'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They're going to look to throw. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And a loose football. But I think a Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns get a score closer. They come out here in the eye. And he takes this one in for a Browns score. It's their quarterback with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. Ryan Succop for the point after. And he's got it to make it 27-13. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
They'll run. This is Hill. Trucks through him.
Oh, man, right through him.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. A first down throw for Winston. Allen's got it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
And once again, Hill, he's been busy. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Shift together here from the D-line. Hill, the lone setback. He's going to get the football. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. That 2nd down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on 1st down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here in this situation. They stayed with their roots, stayed with running the football, and they got rewarded.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Third and short yardage. Winston steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big 1st down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
The pigskin on the 7-yard line now. It's 1st and goal. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Jeremy Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And not great starting field position here for the offense. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it pops three. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Ten yards still left on second down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. There were a couple holes there, partner. Was that zone coverage?
That's exactly what it was, Brandon. When you see man-to-man, that defender runs with the receiver. In this case, they were just taking care of their zone coverages, their responsibilities on the field, and the offense found the open space.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10.
Detroit! Hey, switch gears. All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90! No. Check. Patriot! Over!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That one goes for 24 yards. So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line, giving them time to complete that first down pass.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now back to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. In the red zone this time. Back to throw again. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Duke Johnson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns get a score closer. Extra point try now for Succop. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now this offense ready to head back out there. They start the drive on the ground with Hill. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They come up in an offset eye. Now a handoff. Here's Hill. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
And that is incomplete. Jeremy Hill was the one he was trying to hit there. And that'll bring up a 4th down. Here's Garrett Swanson now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. This is taken at the 23. Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And here are the Browns now as the offense comes back out onto the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. A good pickup there at 22. So he was able to complete the pass, but he's also going to have to shake off the cobwebs after that hit.
I don't know how he saw anything downfield with that pass rush in his face, yet he stepped up and delivered.
Watching that, Barney.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Second down here after the incomplete pass. It's a 4-receiver look, all to the left side. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. 2nd and goal from the 1. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They got to have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Brandon, it's easy to make decisions from right up here where we are, right in the cheap seats, but let's be frank about this one. This isn't even a decision as far as I'm concerned. They have to go for it here. Field goal does you almost no good as time's running out in the game. If you want to win, you have to be aggressive here.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Johnson kept out of the end zone on 4th down, and the ball will go over on the goal line stand. Now this offense ready to take over again. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
Or they come from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to maneuver. And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Well, partner, they might want to tear up their scouting reports a little bit here because they just broke tendency. 3rd down, you don't ordinarily see a toss. They ran it really well and picked up the first down. I love the way the edges were sealed.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They'll try to throw now. Winston. And Winston lost the football. And in the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
That's a lot of points. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
And the wideout in motion. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Looking right sideline, that's complete. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Here we go now.
They go play action here on 1st down. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. That one goes for 24 yards. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. Well, they don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward. Pardon me, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
They're looking to throw this. Winston. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
On the ground, this is Hill. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And, Brandon, it's really no surprise to see them running the ball here. They've got the lead. There's not much time left. They just want to keep the clock moving and seal the win.
One receiver left. That's Allen. Jameis to throw it. He's going to air one out. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for our visitors, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.
Don't have to take it undercover, just under. Bells are ringing, people singing, rice is throwing flower, bring